Hi everyone, Gail Scott here. Welcome to my channel. I'm bringing you a message today from the Bar Council. They are an 8th dimensional galactic council of light, and they have come in with a message of hope, a message of vision. So we talked in my previous channeling about the energy that's coming onto the planet. And today what they want to do is bring you a brand new concept of how to navigate what is happening on the planet right now. So they're asking for you to empty your mind of any other ideas of what you have experienced so far in life, because they're telling me that things are shifting. Now we can see that things are shifting. There's no hesitation on that. We know that. But what they're telling me is that down the road, our world is going to change so much that it's a paradigm that we are not going to even be able to contemplate what it's going to be like. So that might sound a little scary, but just stay with me here as I give you this vision of the future that they're telling me. It's got like a sense of what is to come. And this message they're telling me is for everyone. Every single person on the planet needs to hear this message. So right now, it seems like we're self-destructing. It seems like everything's going crazy. And yet there seems to be a plan from a certain faction, let's say, of the population to control and run certain rules. And we are being herded, I guess is the word that they used, to follow the rules the way that they're dictating it. And what they're telling me is that we can see this for sure, that this particular energy of rules and control and coercion and potentially manipulation, it brings with it this incredible element of fear, worry, stress, pain, anxiety. And that seems to be our current reality right now. But what they're telling me is that this is not going to be in our future. Yes, it's what we're going through right now, but they're very, very clear, and they repeated it. This is not in the future. But then how do we navigate what's happening right now with the intellectual awareness that we know that it's not going to be in our future? So they're giving me the idea of life being a court, basically a game. So you live in this court of life, and it's a game. And so how do you play the game in order to have this experience? So they're also saying that the game of life is not that there's a winner or a loser. It's just a game, and that you came here as a player to play the game. So imagine that your soul decided that it wanted to have a playing field in order to expand itself, in order to learn about how to be a human being and how to be a human being on planet Earth. This is the court that we're living in, as planet Earth. And what we're doing is we're playing this game. And in this game, things happen. We're born, we live, we die, we have a journey, we experience things, we have lessons that we learn, so to speak. And that you chose as an individual soul to come here at this time in order to have this experience. Now, the thing is that the history that we have had so far on Earth as a human being has been in a polarity situation. And that polarity situation can be described as 3D. So we live in a 3D environment where we use our 5 senses on how to navigate life. This is how we play, this is how we live. And we've seen that paradigm is generally one of either fear or love. And we've been in this place for a really, really long time. And it's not an easy experience. And it's almost as if what's happening right now is that fear energy is like ramping up to its highest level on the court. The heat's coming in, it's getting faster and faster. And we're almost at the point that we don't know what's going to happen next. And What they're telling me is that this structure of fear, you need to now see it. You need to now understand that there are two polarities. Polarity is there's always two sides to it, and that the other polarity is one of love. But in order for you to actually see the polarity of love, you have to fully see the polarity of fear. And that, we're not going to like that, because all of a sudden now we're aware of all this pain that we've experienced, all this war, all this control, all this coercion. And that brings up emotions like anger, regret, sadness, and even more fear. But they're telling me, that's just the game that we've always played. But when we played it up until this point, we had no conscious awareness that we were playing a game. So we were just going through the motions of living life in this paradigm without any awareness that we could be living in a different paradigm, which is a different vibrational reality. So the thing is, we're not alone. Every single one of us are experiencing this. And so what happens is that we have an energy within that for ourselves. But because we live in groups and communities and units and families and as a population, we actually have an energetic frequency as a group, as a community, as a civilization, so to speak. And so now what we're noticing is that some of the people in our civilization want to keep the energy in this energy of fear and control and rules. And the thing is that it's not that these particular factions, let's call them, are bad. They're not. These are just other souls playing out their game of life on the court in this dimension. So there's no point getting upset at them, because they're just showing us that there's a different way to live. Now, we now are getting an idea that maybe we don't want to live like that. Where before we didn't know. We were playing the game. It's like we were on the treadmill of life. We had no idea that this was going on. And now all of a sudden, these things are being shown to us. So we're getting a level of an increase basically in our conscious awareness. So now that you know that you're living a game and that you get to choose, just like you would if you were on a game, like a basketball court, for example, you can run with the ball, you can hold the ball, you can throw the ball, you can catch the ball. It's the same thing with life, except that all of these things that you do with the ball on the court are the same things that you do in life. And so these are all choices. How do you choose to play your game of life? And in the past, you didn't know that you were playing. So you didn't feel like you didn't even know that you had a choice. But now what's happening is that not only is your dimension changing, but the entire planet's energy is changing. So everything is being upgraded right now. So now we have this huge awareness of all of these rules and fear and unrest and negative emotion. And the thing is that energy is what controls our environment here on the planet. But energy is not something that's stagnant. It's not static. It's not stuck. It's not a straight line. It moves all the time. It's always in motion. And we live on a planet that is basically a big ball of energetic motion. And we live our lives with our five senses right now in the third dimension, run by emotion, which is just the representation of that energy in motion within our bodies. Now, the planet itself is being upgraded. There's many other of my channelings that explain that is happening for us right now, that light is bombarding our planet. All kinds of things are changing, but we're also changing because we're here on that. So the frequency that we're living under is moving, and it's shifting from this 3D, five senses, fear driven kind of experience where we had no conscious awareness into something called 5D, which is an energy of love, peace. It's a much higher vibration. And so you've probably noticed that things are moving faster and that you're becoming more and more aware, and you might be more emotional. But in the essence that you can be more emotional, you can also access these higher level emotions through conscious choice. Things like peace, love, tranquility, calm, joy, passion. You can be more playful. You can actually have more, less stress and more, what's the word? Just an acceptance of life as it is. Can be less judgmental of other people, can be more accepting of yourself. So these higher frequencies are actually much more favorable for us in this human incarnation. But because we've been so conditioned to be in this fear place, we are struggling, as is to be expected, with this transition. And that struggling place they call 4D. It's the fourth dimension. So we're moving out of the third dimension where it's hard and it's negative and it's fear driven and it's very unconscious into this fourth dimension, which is the exact place where we get to navigate this transition between 3 and 5. And it's not fun. It is not fun. Everything feels like it's unsettled, it's unsteady, it's moving all the time. Things are changing constantly, and they are. You can see that out there in the world. So the thing is, it's not just us individually, it's the planet herself. She is also changing. She's part of our game. She's morphing and moving forward into this fifth dimensional paradigm. And so you're going to feel a little ungrounded right now. You're going to feel unsteady. You're going to see that things are changing. Now, sometimes some people, some souls are going to decide that this is not for them. They're actually going to leave the planet. They may take some time to leave the planet. They may leave in a hurry. They may leave in different ways. There's nothing we can do about that. It may be that their soul has decided that it wants more of a third dimensional experience. So they're going to go into another realm, another incarnation, another timeline. They're going to decide that, and it's going to be sad. It's going to be hard for us because we love them. We've been with them in this dimension, but you have to let that go. You have to just accept that for whatever reason, people make their own choices on whether they're going to stick around or not. Now, if you need some help as you go through this 3D, 4D, 5D, there's lots of souls that have incarnated at this time, particularly to assist you. They're called light workers, they're called healers, they're called star seeds. They tend to work with energy, they tend to work with alternative medicine. They're doing all kinds of different modalities to help you transition not only your mind, but your body and your spirit through these times. I'm myself, I'm one of those people, but there are many, many of them all over the planet working diligently here specifically to help you navigate through this time, through this change. And as you move forward and as you upgrade by clearing away trauma, clearing away any kind of pain, clearing away judgments, getting rid of any kind of stress, dropping all of your fears. What this does is this makes it easier for you to open up to love, to open up to more light in a sense. And that is it's a physical experience where your body feels lighter, your cells are healthier, you're getting more of an upgrade. And when that happens, then you tend to feel more grounded. You can understand what's going on and you can navigate this change more easily. So if you feel that you need assistance, reach out to someone like me or someone in your community who is doing this kind of work so that they can assist you, because this really is a tumultuous time. Don't get me wrong, it's tough, but it's also absolutely wonderful because we as a collective, we're growing up, we're evolving, we're morphing, we're changing, we're transforming into this energy that has us be fully aware of what we're doing here, fully aware of who we are, our sovereignty, fully aware of the body, the spirit, the mind, the heart, the soul, the connection. It's just this enormous upgrading that you have the opportunity to tap into and move forward into. And what that will do is that will create an expansion on our planet, which will move us into a more peaceful way of being. It will increase your vibration so you're healthier. It will bring you more joy and passion. And you really begin to, instead of feeling a separation from other people, you begin to feel a sense of belonging, a sense of community, a sense of unity. And that is really where we're heading. We're not there yet. We're definitely not there yet, but we're getting there. And we're moving into a place of unity where we as a species and as a population are changing the energy on our planet so that we can live with more harmony, more cohesion, more creativity, a deeper sense of self, a deeper sense of connection, a deeper sense of love with other people. And this is really where we are going. So, this message is to give you hope. It's to give you the vision. It's to assist you in knowing what's going on right now. It's to help you know where you can go to get help. And it's just to give you kind of a reality check so that you can see things from the newer perspective, I would say. So it is always my pleasure to bring you my messages from the different energies and collectives that I work with. Please subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of new videos when they come out. And if you wish to read the actual transmissions that I'm bringing these messages from, they are on my website, they are on my channeling page, they are also on Mixcloud under Bozy International, and they're also on my blog page with the transcripts. And if you would like to receive notices of these earlier, please subscribe to my newsletter, which I send out whenever I get a fresh message. And stay the course, people. It is tough right now. There's no doubt about that, but it is definitely getting better. And as they told me, the current reality that we're staying in right now, this is not our future. It is not our future. It is going to get better. And what you need to be doing is working on you and making sure that you are sitting in the best place possible for you and those you love and those you work with, and creating this new unity earth that we're moving into. So thank you for watching today.